Eye visible. Hi, this is Frederick speaking to you from Eye Visible. Today I wanted to make a quick video regarding the business secretary quiz on Good Morning Britain. So let's start the video and listen what they had to say. I need to say that the video is not of good quality. I mean, the audio is not of good quality, but I'm working on it. So please bear with me. Thank you very much.
The 5% rise in inflation has left many households struggling to afford basics like food and energy.
With the cost of gas and electricity expected to rise again in the spring, it's being reported the government are looking at giving a cash boost to families that are hardest hit, less than 4 months after cutting universal credit by £20.
I need to make a pause here because actually it's not £20, it's £20 a week. So on a monthly basis is £80 per household.
Now, the Business Secretary, Kwasi Kwarteng, joins us now. So this, we understand, is the Treasury briefing papers of a £500 one-off payment that will go to hardest hit families. Were you aware of this briefing happening? Is it something that you would support and have been discussing?
So look, we talk to Treasury colleagues, ministers and officials all the time in business, as you'd expect. And there's a range of measures that have come up that we've discussed to deal with this issue. And, we're continuing to do that.
So were you, sorry, I wasn't clear about the answer to the question there. Did you talk to them about it? Were you aware they were going to be briefing on it?
Yeah, there are lots of measures that we talk about. I mean, lots and lots of things have been discussed, and I'm sure that's one of the things that we've been talking about. My officials in the department speak to Treasury officials, and ministers speak to each other all the time.
But it's something you've put forward and be keen to back. Then you're not behind this.
Look, I think we've got to wait and see what the actual announcement is. We've got a spring statement in March, and typically it's not really common to see ministers talk about, speculate about measures which the Treasury are responsible for. It's their responsibility, and the Chancellor will come out with his measures at the appropriate time.
I'm just so annoyed here. I don't understand what that has to do with the situation here. So basically, he didn't answer the question. He didn't say if he was aware of this measure coming up. He didn't say if his colleagues have spoken about it. He didn't say nothing, so no answer here. Let's carry on.
The spring statement, though, Kwasi Kwarteng, the spring statement's coming in March. People need to know now. People are desperate now. They need some help. They don't want to have to wait till March.
No, so the reason why I'm saying this timeline is that the announcement, Ofgem are going to make an announcement about the energy price cap, the retail price cap, in February. But of course, that will kick in on the 1st of April. So I'm sure before the actual impact is made, we can come up with an announcement.
This £500 payment that is being mooted, although we don't know the detail of it, is that something that you would welcome as the Business Secretary?
Any measures that deal with that actually deal with this problem, that make it easier for people, particularly vulnerable people on lower incomes, to get through what is a global issue. It's a global situation that we're facing in terms of rising prices, inflation, rising energy costs.
Okay, it's a global crisis. We know that. But the UK government doesn't have to respond in a way that is aligned with other people. Actually, where are the solutions regarding this issue? Now he's saying that he's happy to implement any measure that will help people, but this is not what is going on. I mean, he doesn't even know if his colleagues were talking about implementing this new measure. And the public doesn't know if we're gonna have another inflation coming up. So another rise of pricing in terms of energy bills and food and possibly other things. I just don't understand what the business secretary is saying here. What's going on? I mean, people have lost. So £80 a month is a 5% inflation on energy bills. So when you say energy bills is electricity, gas, and water. So for people who have to pay those three is three bills that had gone up. I mean, how can you survive? And that is on top of the food pricing inflation. So what was I mean, this is really unacceptable. He has nothing to say here. He has nothing to offer. This Tory government has just put the British people into debt, more suffering, more debt, and more suffering. Well, that's it for me today. I was just very annoyed by this interview because I just think that this is well out of order. We are in January, so we have to deal with an inflation. So since past October, we've seen the price of everything gone up, and we're gonna see another increase in April and possibly in October. So I'm not sure what's going on. How they think that people are going to survive? It's not by going back to work because some of us cannot work. There are a lot of disabled people who cannot work. So how those people are going to survive? Anyway, I'll speak to you very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.